Cruising. Yeah. I know everything about that, man. That's what's up. Hey yo. What's up? We back here, Blackman Vent TV, blackmanvent.com. Brought to you in part by radio.com, where we feed your brain. This week, show is probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but it's cool, man. People need to hear it. One thing that I saw this week, man, a post. I don't know, maybe one of you guys posted your guy, and I'm gonna read something from your guy on the show, man. You do it on IG. No, not Mr. Johnson, but he was like, when people don't have anything to refute against irrefutable facts or demonstrable facts that you can demonstrate, they don't have anything against that. They say, well, that's just your opinion. Oh. Yeah. Introductions, folks. Yo, to my right, we got the man, Quest 07. What's going on, bro?
What's good, man? Another week down, as usual.
Anything special this week, man?
Good weather.
Good weather, finally.
Yep.
Finally. I was rolling. I was cruising, man, with the windows down.
Yeah.
About time, dude. Yeah. We got what, like 2 months to really get it on, don't we? Damn.
I don't know.
Damn, this place.
It's gonna go past real quick.
And to my further right, we got Big Country. What's up, dog? Chilling.
Stay.
Gotta be since you work outside, it's gotta be better for you.
Why?
Because it's not freezing cold. Still no?
You know it snowed in Houston this year, right?
Yeah. What does that mean with Chicago this week? It was like in the 80s this week.
I'm just saying the past 8-10 years, it's been snowing in all of the states except for Florida.
Oh, you talking about that conspiracy?
No, I'm just talking about in real life.
Yeah.
They did get snow in Houston, man.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's been cold in all the states but Florida.
Not to get tangent, but I'm starting to believe a lot of that stuff, man, because I've seen a couple of time travelers talking about what's about to happen and is happening. That stuff. And I was telling people about John Teeter like back in the day.
Yeah. I remember you talking about that guy.
And it came true. When it comes true, that's when I'm like, but then, I was talking about that with this chick on a date, and I think I lost.
She didn't know what on earth.
Dude, I'm telling you, she did that cliche, like, oh, he talking about time travel. Let me finish my drink. Check, please, man. Yo, and I am Mr. Legend. Flicking it up. Yo, and I am Mr. Legend, and this is Blackman Vent. I have a few posts from the internet this week, mainly Facebook, some from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I like to get your opinion on. And if you watching right now, if you would like to chime in, any comment, any question, I want you to call 708-223-8953. I got it right. Good job. It took me so long to get the vent line. The vent line is still live.
Yeah.
Vent line is still live, y'all. What is it?
Wow.
312-458-9309. 309, yeah. If you want to vent about anything, talk about anything, hit the vent line. It's still live. You dig? But if you want to call tonight, you got to do 708-223-8953. All right. So, this topic right here kind of blew me away, dude, because people were very, very confused about what was going on. Let me just get into it. All right. The topic is she wrong? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
I knew it was another one.
Yeah. It's 4 of them. All right. My confession is I don't love my husband of 10 years. He had a baby on me, constantly cheated on me, and now he thinks everything is cool because I didn't leave. Well, the gag is due to me living rent-free. I've been able to fix my credit, save some money, and now I'm about to move out of town without him. His D asterisk asterisk K is little. His tongue is trash. He broke. That's the ultimate insult to a black person right there. You cannot. Okay, he broke and he lied all the time. Why did I stay? I needed to come up. No bills for 4 years. Well, hell yeah, I stayed. Now I'm over it. Adios, MF.
Adios, amigos.
Is she wrong? I want to get some comments from you guys first.
Yeah.
Is that obvious? Why?
I know
he had a baby on top of her, man.
Yeah, I remember when I saw the post, you sent it to me, and my thing was, I didn't even read the whole thing because I already knew where it was going. But I was looking at the comments, some of the comments, and it was celebrated by some women on there, and
but
it was a kind of
why is it hell yeah, she wrong to you?
I don't. That's like really obvious, ain't it?
Just give us the.
I don't understand if you have dealings with if you don't love someone, leave them alone. You're gonna. This is the one thing. Just leave them alone. I don't understand. Yeah, you're gonna use somebody else to get ahead, and this is why I be looking at women sideways when they always be talking about their degree and they this, that, and the other. Somebody they smash somebody, whether it was financially or time wise or whatever, just to get ahead, and they celebrate it. Oh yeah, I got my degree. Yeah, somebody was watching your baby while you got your degree, or some man. Men's first thing to do or first mindset when a baby is talked about or I'm pregnant, they go out and get 40 million jobs, most men. So they don't have the opportunity to go get an education and things like that. And women out here celebrating all of these accolades like they did something on their own. So yeah, I would think that if she don't feel that that's wrong, then the baby that had on her ain't wrong then.
That's a good point right there.
So
that's a good point. How about two questions?
Yeah, two wrongs don't make it right. I mean, if you, we don't know obviously the full story. It's obviously something that was posted, but based on what you stated, I mean, to actually sit and draw out a plan of how you're going to victimize somebody, man, that's scary.
Yeah.
And because people, like, when it comes to cheating, I always say cheating is the result. That's not the reason why.
Right. Good.
The situation fell apart. That's the result of a bunch of things that took place before that, and it led to this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't.
Monumental, right there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get that. Like whatever you sign up for, depending on how you handle whatever it is you got going on, you're only leaving yourself one, maybe two alternatives, and neither one of them are usually good. So when somebody steps outside of the relationship, it's usually due to, I don't know, that person, whatever they have or whatever they need is not being fulfilled, et cetera, et cetera. So, but for her to do what she did, I mean, for her to actually draw out a plan to manipulate this guy.
Of sound mind.
Yeah, it's premeditated.
Is that really sound mind?
No, I mean,
I think that's regular mind.
It's not her first rodeo.
No, dad gonna show ain't her first rodeo.
It's not the first time she's obviously done something like
she
this.
did it really easy, right?
Yeah, super comfortable with it. Super comfortable.
But yeah, if someone is cheating on you or mistreating you or whatever, then just leave. Just walk away from them. I mean, whatever she do is going to come back on her anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope so. But it seems like a lot of people doing bad stuff seem to be winning, or they're very good actors at making us think that none of this bad stuff they doing is coming back on them. But my take on it is, okay, first of all, she says my confession. So, of course, this had to be something secret. Why is this something secret?
Right.
Because it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Usually when people confess something, it's something that's wrong that they've been keeping secret.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People, Catholics go and do their confessions every week in order to receive some type of forgiveness. Been married for 10 years. A lot of people say that this is like the end of it. like after you do your 10 years, you can get them for the most money and everything.
You ain't gotta wait 10. I think it's 5 now.
Every state,
Yeah,
I think
depending
it's
on
10
what
years
state.
in Cali though.
Yeah, depending
You know
on
what
what
I'm
state
saying?
you are. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So he had a baby on her. Let's look at all the bad things about the guy first. She says that he is always cheating on her. He's got a small wang. His tongue trash. Okay. All right. He's always lying. He's broke. And yeah, sounds like a very, very terrible guy.
10 years.
Why did you marry him, you dingbat?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, I'll tell you, dude.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he got some money. He got something. If she was able to lay back and have no bills, she's lying. Even in her confession, she's lying.
Yep.
If she's sitting back for 4 years, don't have to pay bills. Okay. What does she do? Fix her credit. She living rent free. And she's like, the gag is on him. And he's doing all of this for her. And this seems like something that a good husband, a good guy would do for his family, right? Provide for his family, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're right, Quest. We don't hear the whole story here.
No, I already know the other half.
No, the other half is what I think. This is what I think the other half is. Either she whack in bed or she withheld the sex from him.
Yeah, most females
which is cheating in itself.
Don't factor in that they have any flaws. They never factor in. They go
or
quick
put
to
it like
blame
this:
somebody
he was
else.
a scumbag before she married him,
and she went anyway.
Yeah, she's attracted to him.
And I ask females all the time. So what did he do? He just one day flat out said, "All right, I'm gonna go from a good guy all the way to a bad guy for no reason." You know why they believe that? Because we're men, and men are inherently just bad people, just bad guys.
Yeah, that's what they think.
That's all we want is sex, and every time one of us cheat or something like that, it's in our nature. So,
yeah, I think every guy, man, has been accused of being a cheater. and my whole thing is this: if you already accusing someone of being a cheater, then how did you get pissed off if you do figure out that this person obviously is stepping out on you? Like, you already thought, what I mean? Like, how could you be pissed off about something you already assumed anyway?
I've always wanted the same thing. I've heard it 50 million times in my 10 year of and usually what that is, fellas, if you ain't figured it out yet, if a woman is accusing you of cheating, that means she's screwing somebody else.
Yep.
And also, I love when women talk, because they always tell on themselves. They think they the smartest things walking the earth, especially when it comes to cheating. They think they got it down pat. But as you see, the girl told on herself, he broke, but he paid all the bills for all these years. And the situation is just obvious, females, this is another lesson for you fellas. Females, when they cheat, they do stuff in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either current comparison or just past comparison or something like that, but it's a way to tell that they're cheating. She's comparing the size of his wallet to somebody else, because obviously he ain't broke. She ain't had no bills to pay for 4 years or whatever the case may be. He ain't that broke, paying all the bills. So she's comparing his pocket to somebody else's pocket, and considering him to be broke.
Let me interject real quick, and don't let me interrupt that thought process. But I noticed that a lot of low grade Black folks, I think that's like the number one go-to when it comes to insulting people.
What, the money part?
No, just calling somebody broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody out here is trying to front like they got money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean, to people that's like middle class and up, that's not really a factor. Like, you could call me broke, but all my bills paid. So that's, you know what I'm saying? I can sit at home, play the game, and still be straight.
It's
you know what
funny.
I'm saying?
It's funny you say that. Slim Thug was talking about that. I meant to send that to y'all.
I saw that. I ain't check it out yet.
Yeah, watch it, because it's basically saying he just tuned out from the people, the culture, the way the culture of people is going. Mainly Black folks.
Mm-hmm.
They get their money and they go out and try to have competition who can spend the most money at the club, buy the most bottles and all that stuff, as opposed to putting that money and get some T-bills or the stock market or whatever. He say when he go out, he be trying that whole competition to see how the least amount of money he can spend. because that money could be going elsewhere. But, you know, women, society, the social media, whatever, it's been this whole get the bag thing. And 9.5 times out of 10, these women broke and they struggling, you know, karma. Some people karma take about 10 years. Some people get theirs immediately. So don't always, you know.
So, okay, here's the thing though. Say she does divorce him. She's about to get half of whatever that brokenness is.
She ain't worried about it. There's always another man in play.
But I'm saying she's about to, okay, she's enacted the plan. The plan looks like it's been successful. She did them in. And now if they move into the divorce phase, it's a good chance that she's going to get some child support alimony for 10 years. Yeah, alimony.
No, it depends. Now, if y'all don't know, you can get life alimony.
Yeah.
Where you had to pay for life. But that's all up to the judge and everything. And if there's kids in play and all of that stuff.
How do you feel about her being eligible for life alimony, knowing that she in that?
I don't.
Hold on. Let's not forget about dude. Dude had a baby on her.
Why?
Exactly. That's a good,
I tell women all the time.
Right there.
If you're an attractive woman or you a good woman or whatever, and somebody runs out and cheats on you, something is wrong with you. Something that you just did, unless somebody got a sex problem. There's something. I'm not going to marry a woman that I'm not attracted to, or that I can't, I'll be trying to rush home to get in the pants or whatever. I'm not going to marry a woman that I can't feel that way about. And if it starts becoming a problem, whether it's between the nagging or you wearing ninja wraps on your head to bed or whatever the case may be, I'm pretty sure it got talked about. And usually when the sex stops, is because there's another human being in play, or it's not given enough, or we arguing too much, or it's just a bunch of stuff that come into play.
Here's the thing. When I was younger, and they used to talk about guys that cheated on their wife, and I was like, I would never do that. That is, why would you get married if you're going to cheat on your wife?
Right.
Just get out there and just play the game. And then it wasn't until I got older and more mature and we started researching this on a higher level, we found out that in actual reality, women were holding out. Like, do you remember that story we reported on where the rich guy had a prenuptial, but it was void if he cheated? Mm-hmm. So she froze him out and didn't give him nothing for like 5 years.
Didn't give him no booty. And that's what they.
Booty. Yeah. Didn't give him none for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It had a investigator following him just in case he did. Now I've seen, just like what you're talking about with the ninja rap, I've had girlfriends that got complacent and comfortable with coming to bed with Malcolm X glasses on and a ninja wrap around. That's not attractive, in pajamas, big baggy pajamas, and then wonder why nobody want to kick it off. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people who've been separated, who was married and they separated and were, you know what I'm saying, doing their own thing and came up with children on their own, and that happened. Okay. And for the woman to, most of the time when I see this, I don't see the woman really trying to make this work. I always see the guy making a mistake because of the thing that happened. And then he crawls back on his knees trying to make things right.
Yeah. I mean, there's it's really not an honest or realistic debate, really. I mean, because the women really never take responsibility for what they do. And whenever someone addresses it with them, they're never wrong. They don't want to hear it. So that's why the problems that they have been consistent and ongoing, because they fail to reevaluate themselves and look in the mirror and say, hey, you know what could I have done differently or better? They don't do that. They just want to put all the responsibility on the guy and look at how the guy reacted instead of looking at actually what caused it. And we've said here at Black Men Vent plenty times, men are simple. You got two type of men who out there still doing their thing, want to play the game. You got men who are looking for somebody to settle down. Everybody would agree that no woman can make a man do something he doesn't want to do. So if a man decides to get married, that's what that man wants out of life. Right. He wants something, stable with one woman. So if that man reneges on that situation, it's something she did or didn't do. Now, we all know women never tell the truth. Again, everything she stated is the result.
Her side, yeah.
It's her side, and it's also the result. So, like you just said, Legend, he didn't just obviously turn from a good guy to a bad guy like that. Something took place to where these consequences developed. You know what I mean? And cheating, again, is not the reason. It's the result.
Yeah.
And the fastest way to push a guy into the arms of another woman is disrespect him, run your mouth, basically just stop being a good person to him.
Make your home toxic.
Stop being a good person to him. And people don't realize it's more than one way to cheat other than involving another person. Mm-hmm. Everything we're talking about, like being disrespectful, running your mouth, not being affectionate, that's cheating too. That's just as bad as involving somebody else. I mean, real quick, affection is like food. It's like food. We're going to get it from somewhere, whether it's a dog, cat, friends, whatever. When someone has an entire, I'm talking about, affection. But no, whenever someone is completely starving you of affection, how can they get mad when you decide to go feed yourself elsewhere? When they're completely starving yourself from it.
Narcissistic stuff right there. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's excellent point, man. And there was this one, just a tangent right quick. That's not so tangent. There was another video with older lady saying that you can't withdraw sex from your husband, and I don't know, she quoted some Bible, something that your body is his body and vice versa, And there was one young lady sitting up there. She said that y'all believe in that book so much. I'm not, and the topic always comes up is, can there be rape in marriage? You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing with that was that, there's a lot of confused people out here that don't know which way is up. And how can we find anything?
I don't understand what is so hard.
How can we all be on the same plane?
We can't.
We cannot.
It can't, especially nowadays. But I don't understand what is it so hard. Unless somebody died, a gas shot. I just finished explaining this to somebody the other day. There's no reason for me to be arguing about nothing.
For real.
I don't care. I mean, as long as it ain't hurting nobody, I don't care. Yeah. Women love to start arguments about nothing. Not understanding that you're causing a problem, a long-term problem. Mm-hmm. The more you keep speaking about stuff, the more it will become reality. So women have for years called men dogs to mask what they do, because men can't go sleep with women unless somebody say okay. Because women love the men, treat them on. Nah, we can't. It'd be different if we was a controller of, of the sex,
the gatekeeper of the sex.
Gatekeeper of the sex. But we're not. We don't control all that. But in the marriage, most women don't understand. If a man decides to let himself go for you, you need to understand that's big time. And you need to respect that, because
he don't have to.
Because he don't have to do that. It's women outnumbered by men by a lot. He don't have to do that. Every 2 seconds is the fine women list don't end. So, I hate to be breaking women's bubble, but no, you are not the finest thing on earth. I want to be like that in his eyes. You're not. It's a lie. He told you a lie. But, the line, it don't stop. So if a man decides to let himself go for you, you need to take a very serious look at that and do your part to the best of your ability. And then when the issues pop up, before you even go discuss it with them, because like I said, bringing things up that are not true and you in your feelings and all of that stuff in your feelings can cause a bunch of damage. Take a second by yourself before you even bring that up, because now when you bring it up, it's concrete, it's there, it ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. So you got to take a second, think about that. Like, should I even say that? Nah, because it's going to start an argument. I do want some booty later. Nah, let's not bring that up. And then, go about it that way. But women, I feel, here we go with the feelings. I feel, you got friends for that. You have female friends for that. You can call them and say you feel all day. Men are super rational. You come to us with some type of feeling. We're trying to fix the issue so we don't have to go through it no more. Or make you feel that way no more. So it's very important to just, respect the marriage.
Yeah.
If you marry, respect it. There shouldn't be. I shouldn't be starving for sex. You know, and neither should the woman, unless there's a medical issue. Nobody should be starving. No,
then there's other things. But anyway, wait, hold that thought, man. But I had to go explain in that video that I was talking about in the tangent about the being married can be raped in marriage. Like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to be their sole source of affection. So if you don't give it to them and they're starving for affection, then that leaves the door open for them to get it.
And my thing is that's fine. You know, if you know in your mind is made up, you know, you're not going to be affectionate with this person. Cool. Like we always say, there's a price for that. Don't try to get mad.
There's a consequence
when you discover what this person is getting it from elsewhere. Don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my whole thing. Whatever your decision is, fine, no problem. But don't get mad when this person steps outside of that and takes care of himself.
Here's the running, and we discovered this long ago. Here's the running pattern, the thing that we discovered, the thing that I don't think we can cure is women accountability.
Nah, they ain't gonna never. They can't.
Why do you guys think it's so hard for women to be accountable for their actions?
Pure evil.
It's the
it's evil.
No,
don't forget the word pure.
I'm glad you said that. When is the last time somebody ever bring up the devil? It don't happen. Not like back in the day.
Oh, you're talking about out in
I'm just talking about period. Like people acknowledge the fact that the devil does exist. People are always trying to rationalize their wrongs and make it accepted and okay and all of that stuff. Nobody acts like the devil even exists anymore. Like they can do no wrong because
they feel like if they can justify it,
right, then it's cool.
It's okay.
Then it's okay.
That's not okay.
So over the years, I mean, women have been basically turned loose. After welfare reform hit, I don't need nothing. Oh, okay. Oh, I ain't got a hand on me. Oh, okay. And they out here not understanding the consequences. And a good friend of ours I tried to explain to early this week. I said, you like a certain type of man, you're gonna pay for that. I said, you're gonna pay for that. What you mean? You're gonna pay for it. You like a man and you know got something, this is the money quotes, got something, you know, established for himself and all that stuff. You're going to pay for that. And it's going to come up one day and you can be like, why did he do this to me? And why? And I was a good woman. And because you chose that man for the wrong reason. And then women, you know, get married because they want the ceremony or the party or whatever the case may be, and not get marrying that person. Yeah. Y'all got to get to it, man.
We gotta call. You want to use your mic or use that mic? Okay. Yo, what's up, caller? This is Black Men Vent TV. What's your name? Where you from?
What's up, Legend, Country, Quest? This is X-Men 116 or Virtuous X-Men.
What up, X? What's going on down, bro?
Hey, not much, guys.
You get that washing machine fixed?
Huh?
You get that washing machine fixed?
The dryer got fixed. The washer, I put the shock absorbers in at the bottom. But what happened was it was still giving me a little trouble. When I opened up the top, I noticed that the springs were stretched out like slinkies. So that told me they're not supposed to be like that. So I just ordered the
this man stuff we talking about, man stuff.
And I'm probably gonna put those in either tomorrow or probably Saturday. I think so because I still got other stuff I got to do tomorrow.
Cool. Get her done.
Yeah, man. Just like we had that talk before. You know, my man X-Man. You know, stuff broke down. He had to go to man mode. He had to fix it.
Yeah, fix it. That's what man mode is. So what's going on with you, man? You got a question or a comment?
Actually, I've just had something to say in regards to the old episodes that happened a few weeks ago because I've been playing catch up. When you guys talking about accountability, bottom line is, in my opinion, the women who take accountability are the ones who are married, the ones who are mothers and actual good mothers, because they're not perfect and they understand that they have a part to play in the relationship, like 50% of the puzzle. The women who don't take accountability are the ones that just keep going from guy to guy or from being a jump off or a bust down to a bust down.
Boom. Yep.
You know, just you know, as Quest said, because the bottom line is, if you're refusing to take accountability, what is the goal of not taking accountability?
Right.
And one of those is just being a wicked, evil person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not being not having to be responsible or not recognizing when your karma comes down, those consequences come down. I don't deserve this. That's your opinion.
Good call, X. Thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, dope, man. You got anything else?
No, guys, I just haven't been able to call lately, and I just figured that would be the one thing that caught my attention from this episode so far. So, that's pretty much it. You guys keep up the good work, and look forward to the next show, including this one.
All right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Make sure you hit YouTube and Twitter, man.
Yeah. Good call.
X, man.
Yeah, and good point. Good point too. And the struggle with just reevaluating yourself, it's hilariously sad because, I mean, like there is no you don't have to confess in front of a crowd of people,
right? I think that's what they think they got to do.
You can do it in the shower, driving down the street, anywhere, because it's only going to help you, And it's amazing how they've developed this idea to just pass the blame at all costs.
I think it's a sickness, man.
It is.
Have you ever cornered? Remember with Jazz on the show? Like, have you ever cornered a woman where the only answer that
is
can
shouting,
come out
is yelling,
is the truth?
The truth, right?
Have you ever did that?
All the time.
Then you know what happens next?
Change the narrative.
They change the scenario. They wiggle it out.
The topic.
But what about 5 weeks ago when you blah blah blah? And it's like a lot of brothers answer that question, and then she got you. You know what I'm saying? What you got to learn to do is be like, that was 5 weeks ago. I'm talking about this right here, now.
Here's the thing. If you're dealing with somebody like that, you shouldn't be dealing with them.
Yeah, you don't have that, bro.
I mean, they just exposed who they are and what they're about. They're a scoundrel. It's like, seriously, if that's the type of person they are, they're a liar. They're not honest.
They're trying to win that argument.
Like, if you can't just admit the fact that, hey, you made a mistake or you did something
don't
wrong
cost
or incorrect.
But a lot of people got a problem with that.
Yeah, apologize and just move on from it. You're wasting your time. Get out of there.
Just like Quest just said, you don't have to soapbox your apology. Your reckon. If you ride down the street and doing some self-reflecting, which I'm starting to understand that most women may not do this, but you doing some self-reflecting, and you like, you know what?
I don't think they do that.
I really don't think they do that because they just out
of their skill set.
They just like, why would I can get wherever I want. Why would I behave right?
I know now. Do you drive down the street and really reflect on what happened last week and what you're gonna do next week and where you are?
I guarantee you're gonna get some type of financial or educational answer that has nothing to do with self-improvment.
Nothing.
That is so scary.
Nothing. Nothing.
About children, man.
Yeah, they in charge of the children. They're in charge of the children, and I want to say thank you to somebody's paying attention out here. The babies being born is down 2%.
All right. All right.
2%.
A lot of men are.
Yeah, a lot of men. I know some happy. That 2% of men happy. It don't pay. I've sat in child support court with a lot of friends of mine, and I've watched people go to jail, get locked up, crying, all types of stuff. Come in smiling, go out in handcuffs. Forget.
Hey, Judge,
I just, yep. So, good luck with that. And I don't understand. It just, you recognize, I self-reflect all the time, so I can help me be a better person for me. So, I don't need no woman there to help me self-reflect. So I do it all just to help improve my understanding. And so a woman got mad at me earlier this week. You're too understanding. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I said, what does that mean? I don't understand. You gotta be. I was like, no, I ain't gotta be nothing. And that's called high blood pressure. I'm trying to keep my blood pressure down because when I get to a certain level, the Hulk come out and then I don't know what to do. So ain't no need to be upset all the time about certain things that just have absolutely there's nothing. Just chill out, self-reflect, get better understanding, and everything will be cool. And then just do that in your marriage or your relationship, and everything will be cool. Just ask yourself, is it worth it before you even open your mouth?
Really
don't. That's what's up. We got another call. Yo, what's up, caller? Welcome to Black Men. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh man, you already know who it is. Listen, what's the deal?
Oh, that's Dylan's brother in Minnesota, man.
What is going on, my brother?
What's going on, brother? No see, man, no hear from, man. How you been?
Hey man, I've been all right, man. Down here, in the dirty, doing the thing, man. Survival's a challenge every day and every night, man. But we got to do what we got to do to thrive and survive.
I hear that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. Fill us in, man. What you been up to?
Hey man, just trying to make it happen down here. The flavor's a whole lot different down here than it is in the ankle capital of the universe, aka New York City.
Right. So you moved to New York to NC, North Carolina? Yeah.
North
And
Carolina.
a lot of folks move down here too, and I noticed like the flavor's a lot different. It's like it's not like it was. It's not as impersonal.
Right.
Down here.
Yeah.
You got some of the same fuckery that goes on and all of that, but it's not a lot of that compiled stress down here. It's a lot of trees and it's a little bit more easy going. And I know that people are just more sociable down here too, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real big difference. I mean, surprisingly, even when I run into women from New York, they talk about how it's easier for them to be friendly down here. I don't know what the difference is. I think maybe it's just the environment. Maybe it's a whole lot of trees and, people just feel a little more stress-free down here.
Women have them false.
Into the same old stuff, because I know you heard about stuff happening down here in North Carolina, like the baby that the dumb broad that gave the baby the weed.
And the one, you talking about the one in the mac and cheese?
Oh, no, this one was, they was giving the baby the blunt, man. The baby was
that was down there. Yeah, we saw
that. Right, that was right here in Raleigh where I am.
Like, wow, I didn't hear about that one.
I could not believe that. Like, I'll send you the videos. And in fact, I'll send it to
I saw it. It was viral.
Okay.
Yeah. But how you guys been doing, man? I'm glad to see that the show's back up, man. All we need is to get that board back, and I'll be back on that board report like the good old days.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got to work on that, man. Yeah, we got to get the constituency, the brotherhood, back to where it was, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
and the brothers are still there. I mean, I actually sent the invite to the show once I saw you guys were on tonight. I sent it to Rashad, I sent it to Ronan, I sent it to Don Calypso. Like a lot of these fellas still around. Mr. Sideways 8. I still talk to them from time to time. Okay. I haven't talked to X-Man in a while, but I know he's on like Xbox with you guys still, right?
Yeah, he just called in like right before you.
Yeah. When I turned to it, I realized I was like, wait, why does that voice sound familiar? Yep, that was but because we have, we created something really special, man. Like we built that up, and a lot of what these brothers are doing out here now, like we're like the ancient sages compared to what these brothers are doing out here now.
Right, the pioneers,
now everybody's talking about memes. We had WMD a decade ago.
Yep.
Right, yep.
We were so far ahead of the game.
We were calling it back in the day. We were calling it an internet radio show. Remember that before the term podcast came out.
Yep. And all those episodes are still around, man. You need to make sure you get those archives out to the masses, man. People have to learn the ancient scriptures, and those are like the ancient scriptures when it comes to black men speaking their mind and really doing their thing and speaking truth to power, bro.
Yeah, we got plans for that. Of course, we got all the archive. We got like 400. We got like 300 and some episodes, but a lot of them have the after show with them. It
don't seem like we did that many do it.
Man, we did it for like 10 years. Every week for 10 years. And then we was doing YouTube videos on the side and all that. We got a lot of content out there. And a lot of people do not realize it and don't know. It's funny how the game got away from us in just that short time. You know what I'm saying? Because we only been gone for like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Feels like that. But we need to link up, get all the gang back together, man, and then we get this word out, man. We got some big plans in the future, like Patreon, dude. Think about think about putting all the archive shows you know what I'm saying, for if you donate like $1 a month, you could go ahead and have access to all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people do that with the, with the pay-in all access type of subscription deal.
Yeah, just to get, just so we could grow this a little bit, get some cameras, so we could do some more things, so we do some better things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm all for it, man. I'm just glad to see that you guys have the show back up, because Legend, you and I have talked about that, from time to time. We've always kept touch, and we were talking about. I know you were saying that you didn't know if you were gonna start the board back up again, and I started lobbying hard. I'm like, man, we got to get that board back up. If you don't have your backup, I saved the backup, man. We both IT guys, so. I have that backup. I can upload it to whatever FTP you need it to be, man. We can make that. We can pick up where we left off, man.
All right. I'm gonna link up with you this week, then, man. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I like what you guys are talking about, just keeping it real on your accountability tip, man, because that's something that we still see out here a lot too.
Yeah. It's a lot of bad things going down, but it ain't nobody's fault.
Right.
Yeah. But now you're hearing more from brothers, because I remember, there was at one point, there was nobody but BNV talking this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now everybody is talking like it's so profound. But, it's just like, like a lot of people say about science and history. They think that the Greeks made it. These people are walking around like Socrates, but we're like ancient chemists. We're the ones that the ancient ones got the ancient stuff from. So, they're going to have to give the just due.
And we used to say it too. Remember, we was like, we're 5 years ahead of the game, at least. We said what we're saying now, people really not going to understand until at 5 years, but it ended up being like 10 though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it sure was.
That's what's up. I'm glad we got an opportunity here at IntellectualRadio.com, man, to get it going. Now it's not as much as a setup as it was back in the day. We just got to come here, and we got nice quality, good backdrop and studio. You know what I'm saying? So all we got to do is come here and just
release the
word. But definitely, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep passing the word out, man. Bring all the brothers back for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would be surprised. The brothers aren't gone too far. I mean, I chatted with Noodles not too long ago. He's still out there in like Switzerland.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of the brothers are still around, and everybody's asking the same thing, like, what's going on with BNB? Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. When they don't know, I shoot them some links, and when they do know, I try to remind them, so people could remember to watch the show and get back into the groove, man. We gotta be like Stella, man. We gotta get a groove back.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. We gotta get that 30K back on Facebook, and just let them know that all these shows is going up on Black Men Vent TV too, on YouTube, and also we keeping everybody, the memes and everything always still been going on Twitter at Black Men Vent. You know what I'm saying?
And I still have a cache of all the memes from the hidden WMD stage from the website too. Like from the old page.
Classics.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it in my photo bucket too, so I have all my every last one of my BNB items from there. So whenever you need them, I can just send them to you pack by pack, so that way we can start spreading word, getting the word out all over again, brother.
Sounds good, man. That's what's up, man. We appreciate the call, bro.
Yep, that's what's up, man.
I'm glad to call in, man. I'm glad to see you brothers doing okay. You guys look like you in good health and sharp minds as usual. We're going to put this thing back together, just like the Blues Brothers. Time to get the band back.
Hey, how do you say it? Peace in here for the war out there.
Yeah, let us get one of them, man.
oh yeah, man. And BC, man, still say no to fact checks, man. We ain't
All right, RDB.
For sure, man.
That's what's up, man.
Fellas.
Take it easy.
Take care, man. I'll be calling in again real soon and letting you know we're going to vibe for sure.
That's what's up. All right, peace. Real deal, brother, with the axe.
That's a blast from the past right there.
Yep. Dedicated General, Lieutenant, Admiral, Commander of the Jihad of the Da White Glove, Bloody Axe carrying mofo low down around the town. Real deal, brother, man. The board report, man.
Yep.
Man, yo, but that's what's up, though. I like that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any allegiance but to the truth, and if we feel like if good men did nothing, then we did an atrocity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to really, for me, to sit back and see all of this crazy stuff go down and not say nothing. I feel like it's our responsibility to speak on it, because nobody's saying nothing. Something crazy happens and everybody just like, well, okay then. That's what's happening then. You know what I'm saying?
Stop being a punk.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, the accountability factor, man, it is huge, you know, and
that's the key.
Yeah, that is the key component. Without that, you really have nothing. I mean, that's how that's really how people become segregated, you know, as far as those in the know versus those who are not. Because when you are intelligent, and Legend, you and I have talked about it numerous times, you know, you said when women find out you're smart, they become disinterested.
Right. Yeah.
And I get it, because those women, they have their own agenda, and your intelligence won't allow that. You know, because you're going to call them out on certain things that don't add up, that don't make sense, and they're going to have to be accountable and explain themselves.
Right.
And they cannot. So they become frustrated, like, nah, this is too much. Let me just go back to Pookie and Ray Ray.
I can control him. He can just lay on the couch, play the game.
He's going to just listen to what I say, do what I want, blah, blah, blah. And then when the situation fails, they blame him anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. But as far as that accountability factor, there are certain things you should never have to discuss, you know. And if someone lacks the ability to look at themselves and be like, you know what, I could have did this different, I could have did this better, you got the wrong one. You know, plain and simple.
I got another post by a young man. I just want to get you guys' synopsis opinion on here. All right. His name is Juvie. Okay. If you want to tell him yourself, guys, you can find him on Twitter at JUVEETO. All right. And he goes to say, my wife is a stripper.
Lord have mercy.
And she cheats on me often.
No kidding.
But it's a requirement for her job to do so.
Oh, wow.
She recently gave birth to another man's child, but I forgave her. It made our love stronger. I was trying to say this serious. Why you messing me up, dude? It made our love stronger. We as men need to start forgiving women who cheat on us in order for us.
Come on, man. Finish reading.
Go ahead.
Finish reading, man.
Try to power through. Go ahead.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
We as men need to start forgiving women who cheat on us to break this double standards.
What double standard could...
I guess the double standard, and see, this is what you get when you get.
Okay.
This is what you get when you get.
Before you go, Legend, you have women who would disagree with this.
Yeah,
seriously.
No. Here's what you get, and it's a young cat. Here's what you get when you are raised up by a woman, and she makes sure that you know that women can never ever do wrong.
Yep.
If a woman does something that looks like it's wrong, it's because you did something to make her do that.
Right.
And of course, if she has no accountability, you're going to take that like this is the way this is supposed to go. All right. When somebody comes out on social media and says this out loud, they're proud of it. They understand it. And this is the way of life for them. This is truth to them. What do you say to this guy before we close it up?
I say it's a stripper. You should have known. I don't know no strippers that are holy.
But they pray in the
they pray to not catch another STD and to make more money at the strip club. But a woman that would disrespect herself in that manner, you have to just don't try to make women out to what they ain't. She showed you what she is. You knew what she was. Don't expect no different. And I don't know why you even went there to even marry a stripper. You can't pay me.
I mean, I get it. I get the transformation. You know, strippers have kids. So when their kids look at mommy, this is their measure of a woman.
Yeah.
So they don't see anything too far stretched from it. However, I mean, forgiveness is always okay, but at the same time, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
If you know this is what you're dealing with, you should be happy-go-lucky about it all. You know, I mean, in essence, it really shouldn't be anything to forgive if you consider this normal, per se. But it's unfortunate because, again, for me, it goes back to the accountability factor. When women always talk about wanting a real man, if you really are sincere about that, then you need to hold true to that and understand that comes with responsibility, which means that when you see posts like this on social media, you need to address that as a woman, because that's obviously not a real man right there. You know what I mean? He's been taught to subject himself to a subservient lifestyle, you know, and basically he's dealing with a woman who's doing whatever,
running all over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she ain't gonna stop.
Well, if you don't have a dad in your life and your dad was a patron of the
establishment,
he's not gonna tell you. Anyway, this is it for the show. And please pray for Juvie. All right.
Yep.
Hit up, tell them, send them to.
Don't pray just for Juvie. There's a lot of people doing this. I've seen a couple of marriage proposals at the stripper pole stage. I've seen a couple of them.
Oh no. See, and that's why we're here, folks. Okay. Yo, make sure you subscribe to Black Men Vent TV on Facebook. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at Black Men Vent. Make sure that you subscribe to Black Men Vent TV on YouTube. We have a lot of content coming out weekly. A lot of live streams went out on Twitter this week. Yep. All right.
Once again, big ups to Intellectual Radio.
Yeah, IntellectualRadio.com. Lots of good shows been going down daily here at IntellectualRadio.com. And, you know, just to bring us up out of here, man, everything has a consequence.
Yep.
If I throw this paper up, it's going to come down. All right. You can't complain about that. All right. If you're going to marry a stripper, shh. Okay. Just shh. All right. We don't need to, you don't got to try to convince us that everybody that you're doing the right thing. All right.
Right.
All right. And that's it for us.
Peace
out.